What's up, and welcome to our podcast, Toast to Tea.
We're two friends that love the world of celebrity and pop culture and talking about it with you.
To join our world of celebrity, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to our podcast. Now, hit it!
It's about that time.
Wait, where's the Chris Cam?
To say cheers to our world of celebrity.
1000%.
They're back together, and it feels just right.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya.
Raise your glass.
I'm Maddison Hill.
And I'm Courtney Revolution.
Because it's our moment to
Toast to tea.
Yes, Courtney, how are you feeling? We just had a really fun event last night, so I'm feeling great.
Honestly, Maddison, I'm just glad that I was able to see you, but I do agree that the event was very, very, very fun. Resort Pass invited us to the Andaz, West Hollywood, to come sit by the pool and give us some delicious drinks.
They were delicious. Some pina coladas. Actually, the pina colada, and then they had Prosecco, which you guys know is like my dream come true.
Yeah.
The man was like, we only have one wine and it's Prosecco. And I was like, do you know? He didn't know he was talking to the Queen of Bubbles, obviously, which we forgive him. He was just, he was there. He didn't know. But I was like, sir, we will take a glass. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Dream come true.
That was a good event. For clarity, you guys, like some events feel very influencery. Like they feel like you should be there and taking pictures and doing the whole activation thing. But this was very chill. Think rooftop pool, men walking by with chicken empanadas. Me and Maddison cozied up looking like we're on an episode of Love Island, going for a chat. And it was cool. The vibes were great. That was a 5 out of 5 experience.
Oh, completely agree. Because I agree. Some of the things we go to, it feels like technically they are work, but it feels like you're really working. Like you have to go, people will come up to you and be like, I've seen you on TikTok. And you're like, are you lying? Or are you just saying that because you want to hear what I do? And then now we have to talk and literally last night was so chill. Courtney and I found a little cabana. We were taking photos, the cutest photos.
I posted.
I'm about to post as soon as we're done recording.
That's my job.
Yep. We got the cutest photos. The CEO made an announcement and was like, we just want everyone to have fun and we're going to keep the bar open for an extra 30 minutes. Okay? Do you know that never happens at events? No CEO is A, there, or B, being like, I'm feeling the vibe, so everyone just stay and hang. No one does that.
Yeah. And what Resort Pass is you're able to go in, you pay the fee or whatever, and then you're able to sort of hang out at all the different hotel rooftop pools and bar moments. And I think that that's pretty cool because who wants to pay the full price at a hotel?
Exactly. Cool. The whole concept was amazing. He was walking around without shoes. So he was there for the vibes as well.
This isn't sponsored also, by the way.
Oh,
this isn't an organic sponsorship. We literally were there last night, y'all. I just wanted to put that out there.
But Resort Pass, if you do want to hook us up, we will continue to say nothing but positive things. Yeah, this is just genuine. We love them and we had fun and a lot of tea was spilled. I feel like people probably... I would love to know what it looks like on the outside when you and I are together at an event because I feel like people have to know that just tea is being spilled.
And
constantly. It was. We always have to catch up of the drama and then we'll be like, let's pick out our dream house sitting on this rooftop. It's always a ping pong situation.
It's let's get the real life stuff out of the way, the real life tea out of the way, and then also our hopes and dreams and aspirations. How are we going to get there?
Oh, we're always manifesting. We're always plotting, always planning. And, I've seen so many memes too, Courtney, about how people are like, if your inner circle is not talking about how to level up, you have the wrong inner circle. And I always am like, oh, we're in the right circle. Because I feel like we never have a hangout where we're not what are we doing to get better and get the money?
Yeah.
The money's honeys.
Yeah, that's very true. It's always it's part fun, part business meeting. And I love that.
I love it too. And we love when we get to sip drinks by a pool when someone invites us.
Yeah. Nice little rum moment.
When we get to combine all of those things. I know. I had a half of a pina colada and I could not continue because as I already told Courtney, this was part of the tea we were spilling, but I told Courtney over the weekend when I was in Lake Tahoe, I had one too many rum punches. So then being hit with another rum-based cocktail last night is why I had to switch to Prosecco because Courtney knows I drink about a quarter and I was like, I am loving this, but too soon.
Girl. And meanwhile, girl, I had two, y'all. And I had the tequila cocktail first.
Courtney was
I had two coladas.
I tested everything out and they were delicious.
Maddison, you should have had that chicken empanada. They should,
I
first of
know.
all, maybe that was their one con, was
Yes.
that man with the chicken empanada should have come back around like 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, and he only came once.
I only had one.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny, Courtney, before we went and I was on my live and I was saying, I was like, with these things, I always eat a little snack before because I never know. I never know. And the past hors d'oeuvres, I never know what to do with my hands. Because last night was perfect because we were sitting down, we were lounging. But how many parties do we go to where they come by with the past hors d'oeuvres, we have our phone, a cocktail, and we're like this. And they're like, meatball? And I'm like, yes, I'm dying for
Slider.
a meatball. I'm dying for one. But can you feed it to me? Like, I don't have, what do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands?
Can I tell y'all, one time me and Savannah went to it was like a Netflix movie screening event where we were like in a parking lot in Teslas because that was like sort of the theme of the movie. So we got to watch the movie like a drive-in situation. While we wound up before the movie started, you know, they had the people walking around with the food. We wound up migrating all the way down to right outside the kitchen. So every single time the door opened and the people came out, we would be like, we'll take those. Like, they weren't even like making it up to like the guest at certain points.
But that's
clear the tray.
Incredible because then they're fresh. You get them right out the gate. Right out the gate.
4 sliders back to back.
There you go. That's how you should do it. Absolutely. No avocado. Courtney, can you confirm this? Because I haven't watched Love Island, but talking about food, it just made me think this. Is it true that they eat a lot of avocado toast on Love Island?
Yes. My thing that stood out to me with Love Island specifically this season, this is the first time I'm watching Love Island, everyone, a lot of eggs. They are egging it up. The young lady who I love, Johnny, brought up a plate of eggs to a man that was like talking to her best friend. And she brought like 3 different styles of eggs. Like she brought like scrambled, sunny side, like whatever kind of egg you want is on this plate, Miguel. Now, which one you want? Let me drop it all for you.
So was that her like act of love while he was talking to her best friend?
Yes, and then girl, they had to have a very mature conversation. Oh, they hashed it out very, very ladylike. I loved it.
Two friends fighting over the same man's?
Yeah, it was like a bombshell had come in. And so, you know, you want to take your moment and try to get to know him and make that connection. But John A was like, okay, well, let me drop this food off. And Serena was like, you wasn't even thinking about me when you made that decision as someone that's supposed to be as close to me as you are.
Oh.
And, you know, John A was like, you know what? I made the mistake.
3 different kinds of eggs. She wasn't playing around. I can't tell you. I don't think I've ever made a man 3 different kinds of eggs. He's
talking
about
she was just being nice.
Yeah, no, girly, we don't make 3 kinds of eggs for men for no reason. Okay, so eggs is more the thing. I don't know why I keep getting TikToks that are like, reasons I could not be on Love Island. And like, on some of them, it's like, doesn't eat avocado toast. And I'm like,
Maddison, I love avocado toast.
Same. So I'm like, I do think I'm past the demographic of Love Island. I think I would be an elder compared to the people who are on there, which is fine, you know? Yeah, they would be like, I'm sorry, who is this old woman?
Maddison, please.
They would.
They had us, me and Tolu went to like this Love Island event recently, and they had us like do like Love Island auditions with like the production people there. And it was so, like, I know I was cringy. I had like 2 drinks already.
Oh, that's when it's the best.
They're like, what's the craziest thing you've done for love? I can't even repeat what I said, but it was not cute, and I hope that it never comes out anywhere because it's not going to be a good look. I was like, oh, what do you want me to say? You want to talk about? I was like,
what do you want to know?
Start?
You know what, Courtney? At this point, you should just say it because look at the Hawk Tua girl. She just said what came to her mind, and now she has. Do you want to know what made me ill this week? Physically
that she made
ill.
30K?
I wish you didn't even tell me that. I was ill over the fact she has 1.1 million Instagram followers.
Oh, really?
1.mother effing.
Was it that big of a deal, Maddison?
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Alex from Target. Remember he was Alex from Target?
Yes. 1.1 million Instagram followers for saying Hawk Tua spit on that thing. And now she's doing like these, like, she cleared her Instagram. She only has like a few posts now. And it's like these cinematography reels of her in her little town in Tennessee. Like, ill.
I didn't realize that she was so I didn't realize it was that big of a moment.
Well, she's beloved now. She's beloved. And I will say her grandma looks like a little cutie. You know, I'm a sucker for an old woman, an old man, anyone old.
Well, I'll say this. She gets points for clearing the Instagram. I hope the Twitter's deleted, the Tumblr's deleted, the Snapchat's deleted. All new fresh accounts, girl, because here today and gone tomorrow. All it takes is one bad tweet and Hawk Tua, you back at work, 9 to 5. So
you're back at the spring meal.
No Camilas. We're clearing it all. No past social media accounts found.
No Camila. Control Alt Delete 404 not found. Not girly pops. Not found. Okay, Courtney, I say we go ahead and get into this tea because I see the first story that you put on the docket and I am dying to get into it. I love that you're hydrating. I'm dehydrating with more coffee.
Oh, come on, coffee.
But, you know, sometimes it needs to be done.
But I agree.
Our first topic that Courtney so lovingly put on the docket, we have to talk about Joe friggin' Jonas, the man who is on my junk punch in public list, but it's fine. This week he revealed to the public that he is going to be releasing a new single titled Work It Out. Now, he said that he was originally creating this song for the Jonas Brothers, or he wasn't sure will it be for DNCE, but then, you know, he got into the process and he was like, oh my gosh, I think the song is for me, not the brothers. He went on to say, I asked my brother's blessings and I was like, hey, I want to go work on, I don't want to call it solo, but I want to do something on my own and I don't feel like it's DNCE and I need to just go express some stuff for myself. Okay? And obviously it worked out because Nick had a movie, Kevin's doing another season of Claim to Fame. So he had a window of time that he was able to do this. He said he actually did the album in 2 to 3 weeks, which is very fast.
You think you're Ariana Grande?
Yeah, he thinks he's Ariana Grande. Could never be Taylor Swift, obviously. So that goes without saying. What do we think? What do we think, Courtney? Because he's dropped some snippets on social.
Yes.
And it's coming.
I heard the snippets. Oh,
You're not giving positivity right now.
I want DNCE back, and I'm open minded to this, but we've been down this road with Joe before, and him wanting to be somebody. Now in 2011, he wanted to be Justin Timberlake. Now who you gonna be on this album? Lord, Solar Power. What are you gonna give us?
Divorce.
Is it going to be? Like, do we want a Joe Jonas divorce album? Because I don't know if I'm interested in that. Give me like the Usher, like Confessions, like Dancing in the Club after the breakup album. Give me that.
Right. I personally don't want a divorce album. And I know he said during the same interview, he's like, there's going to be some ballads on there. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you, actually, the last thing I want is a Joe Jonas ballad singing about Sophie Turner. Because not only did you try to tarnish this woman, drag her through the mud, and now you want me to feel sorry for you and listen to your ballads? Think again, sir.
He's
Think
a bachelor. It's a bachelor ballad.
You're right. He should have done more with DNCE. Like, he should have taken this 2 to 3 weeks and gave me something to shake my tush to, that I am shaking my tush so hard I forget you're the front man of DNCE. But now you're giving me just you. Like,
and it's like, I at this point, and this is no shade to Joe Jonas, and let's not act like he didn't just put out an album, this person I'm about to name. But at this point, give me another Zayn album that I actually want to hear music from. Like, you know, like, give me like a regular old Zayn album again. Like, I don't want country Zayn. I don't want sad old bachelor Nick Jonas. Give me Zayn again. Joe, you keep it, and let's get the girlies back together for DNCE and close out the summer.
Yes.
Right?
I agree. I think that would have been a wiser move. Because I also wonder, and I don't know, community comment, I might be wrong, but do you think there's a lot of like hardcore Joe stans still out there? I feel like now the girlies are like Nick and Kevin.
I think they're out there. I'm sure them girls is out there that will just, you know, they'll accept anything. I think so. But like, maybe he can just put it out, not tour it, and then we move on. Like how Nick Jonas put out Spaceman, and then we moved on. Like, you know?
Yes, not tour it for
sure.
sure.
Do you remember Spaceman, Maddison?
Yes. Yes. And I feel
I'll be like, girl, I don't know what that is.
if you want to sing it on tour with the Joe Bros, like fine, like one or two.
Fine.
But no.
Nick gets to sing Jealous, so like I guess.
He can he better pick one. He's gonna sing his ballad, your favorite. You love a ballad more than anyone.
I really do. I really don't.
I know. I'm kidding.
A
I know you
crying,
hate a
divorced
ballad.
man.
Brittany's like, I don't want to
depressed
hear about
man.
you being divorced. I don't want to hear about you being a daddy. I just want to shake my tush. And I feel the same way. I don't want anything else.
For Adele.
Yeah, literally.
Like, you know.
Anyone else. Quite literally anyone else.
And it's like, at this point, Maddison, I think for me, it almost kind of comes across greedy, right? Because the dance pop stuff didn't work when he did it like 10, 11 years ago. Mm-hmm. DNCE was like the perfect rebrand for you to, get all that stuff out.
Yes, because we forgot it's Joe Jonas. I know.
Low key. I didn't know it was him until I saw like a music video.
Until I saw them perform and I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Is that Joe
I was like, wait a minute. Is that Joe Jonas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he should have kept doing that. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I'll listen.
You know what? Well, you listen and you tell me which 3 that I should listen to, and I will give each one, as you all know, 30 seconds. And if it hooks me, I'll listen to it in its entirety.
Not even
and if it doesn't, I will skip. Well, you got to hook me in 30 seconds. If I'm not
hooked, listen to the whole album, Maddison. You can at least give him the little 9 minutes.
No. Oh my gosh. 30 seconds if I'm not like hooked, especially if I hear one piece of slander towards Sophie Turner. Next.
He gonna hit his falsetto. You know they love to hit their little high notes. I'm ready.
I know they do. Okay. Well, you'll let me know. You'll let me know what I need to be listening to. But Courtney, we have to move on because I've actually, and I refrained from asking you about this last night, which is very impressive because I have actually been dying to know your thoughts about this. Miss Gypsy Rose made the news again this week. And that is because she announced she is expecting her first child with the ex-fiancé, Ken Urker. She revealed this news on Instagram. But she also, Courtney, has joined our world, and she is now a YouTuber. She released her first YouTube video. Her pregnancy story, okay?
Oh.
She said, her pregnancy story. She said she knows the rumors have been flying around for quite some time, which I think is funny because I'm like, you started the rumors when you posted a pea stick on your Instagram story and deleted it, but okay. She said she's happy to announce she's 11 weeks pregnant, which is not that far along. The baby is due in January 2025. This was not planned, obviously. And it was completely unexpected, but they're both very excited for this new journey of parenthood. Now, obviously, curious how Ryan Anderson felt about the situation, considering they are still technically married. Yes, they are starting the divorce process, but they're still married. According to a report from TMZ, family sources shared that Gypsy actually told Ryan about the pregnancy a couple of weeks ago, and it was a huge disappointment to him. According to these insiders, Ryan still had hopes of reconciling with Gypsy, and he, quote, didn't take the news well at all. A separate source echoed similar sentiments to Us Magazine and also noted that Ryan feels like Ken, quote, stole his life, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
That's kind of heavy. The source also noted that Ryan has been very down about this, and it's been very hard for him to get over it, but he is okay. Yeah, all around.
He dodged a bullet. Took a few years to soak up the tears, then look at him now. Watch him go.
I can't wait. We're going to see Ryan on Instagram in a year just doing some arm choreo, and he's going to be better.
So, my question is this, Maddison, and I don't know if you can answer this, and maybe you can't either, community, but I thought Gypsy Rose was leaving us the hell alone.
I
thought she wanted to be regular. I thought she wanted to be a regular girl at the gas station, smoking a Newport. Now you got a YouTube channel.
Now we have
the money running dry? You don't want to be poor?
It must be. Okay, so I will say, also, I just saw a TikTok that came up on my... This is what happens to me. There's this really funny, Southern guy who comes up and he has, late night thoughts. And it's, I feel a connection to him because I'm same. I think of random things, too. But I guess she put up a public baby registry so people, fans can buy them stuff. And the kid was like, why does Gypsy Rose have a $900 stroller or something, a $900 item on her public baby registry when your net worth allegedly claims you're worth $3 million? Like, why are you asking me to buy you a freaking, oh my God, sorry everyone, I almost just cursed. I do have a potty mouth and I keep it in check, but sometimes it pops out. Why are you, so sorry everybody, so sorry. It's fine. I'm sorry. Courtney knows I drop the F word like it's it's a miracle that I don't do it all the time. I'm so sorry. But why
Danny, please.
Because I get frustrated. I'm like, why is this convicted felon making us buy her a stroller?
Why are the dumbass people buying the stroller? That's really the question. Gypsy can do whatever she wants. Only an idiot going to go and buy it. Because y'all would have to be stupid to not realize that she doesn't have money. The same way that YouTubers used to do that back in the day. Like, I won't say her specifically, but like the Tana Mojo girlies would get up there in their little regular t-shirts knowing that the younger kids don't realize that they sitting up there with like a Cartier bracelet on. Like you know what I mean? So like, why are y'all going and like buying them stuff from their public registries, their Amazon wish list, this, that, and the third, when they worth millions of dollars? It don't make sense.
I just want everyone to know.
It's like people that gift Nikki on TikTok Live. Like,
Courtney and I are not worth millions of dollars, and we are regular, and please support us because we're not lying to you. We're too transparent for that. Like, I literally just sat up on a live being like, please help me so this can be my only job. Like, I don't know. Like, people are crazy. People are little fibbers. Gypsy Rose is an anomaly to me. She's an anomaly. I want to stop talking about her. I want to look away, but I can't. Because
so now that is she gonna do this now?
I think we're going full YouTuber. She did a professional photo shoot for the Bebe announcement. Courtney, and it was giving 2010, 11 because it was a collage. We posted a collage. Not a carousel, a collage.
Bless her heart.
It was giving Facebook in Pennsylvania, Missouri, circa 2009, 2010, for sure.
Community, are you going to buy Gypsy Rose a baby gift?
No. Nobody better buy her a baby gift.
This is a lot for her to be very early on.
Also, announcing when you're 11 weeks pregnant, any moms in the community, I think, will also attest, feels a skosh unhinged. And the fact that she called Ryan weeks before this, I'm like, so that just feels crazy.
Are you sure it wasn't planned? Like,
that's what I'm saying. And honestly, I'm not like, hoorah, Ryan Anderson. I am watching the Life After Lockup thing on Lifetime slowly, and he has some. He's not perfect either. You know what I mean? He definitely has some things. But I do think he actually cared about her and he really wanted kids with her. So I feel like the fact that, he was like ready to start having kids with her yesterday. So I do think the fact that they separated, she got back with Ken, which he hates Ken. He calls him dumb mother effer. He doesn't refer to him by name. He calls him dumb mother effer. I just think this is like salt in the wound. So when I read that quote of like, he feels like he stole his life, I was like, oh, I 1000% believe that to be true. Like, I know that's how he's feeling.
That's unfortunate that these men are fighting over Gypsy in this way, but hey, you can't help who you love, I guess, huh?
I guess. I mean, she must do something. She must do, maybe her and the Hawk Tua girl are onto something that I don't know about, but they are doing something.
I don't know what they're doing, but clearly they're doing it well because these men are losing their mind and trying to have babies with them. So.
Yeah, so shout out to them. You know,
healthy pregnancy, Gyp.
Yep, absolutely. And I hope you get your registry. Everything.
I don't. Buy it yourself. Be like Ariana and get some brand deals. And buy it yourself.
That is true. That is true.
Try to tell somebody. Let's talk about why y'all buying our stuff. Like, y'all, let's use some of our lobes. We were born with lobes in our brain. Why are you buying that? You're gonna kill her mama. Why are you gonna buy her anything? Buy her a clue.
Courtney.
Because why are y'all buying a murder or something? That don't make no goddamn sense, Maddison Hill.
I need you to
cut this. Y'all buying a murder or something?
I need you to cut that for social because I am. Use your lobes. Do not buy her. She murdered her mama. I am
Why are y'all buying her stuff? Like, she doesn't live in reality for her to literally look at her significant other and be like, you know what? Let's make a public registry. They'll buy us stuff. And people that will literally sit there and pull their card out and be like, you know what? Gypsy Rose, this grown woman that killed her mother and is now basically rich for no reason. Like, I'm going to buy her a stroller. You know what, Gerber? Let's send it to Gypsy. Like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. That is literally nuts. Nuts. There are other things that are better to support, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to say it. And you know who else I'm worried about beyond just Gypsy Rose's future child? Miss Brit. Miss Brit Court. God. She's been going through it.
Got man troubles.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I kind of understand where she's coming from. She's done with men. Single AF. You know? Me. We've all been there. She recently posted an Instagram story calling out her now ex-boyfriend, Paul Richard Salise. She posted a paparazzi photo of them from a car and did a long caption and essentially alluded to the fact she felt like he set her up for that photo and he liked playing the victim when the paparazzi would follow them and say that he was being harassed, even though he would like make sure they got their photo. She alluded to him kind of using her for attention, for clout, which there's a new report from TMZ where an insider said that that is actually how Britney felt, according to inside sources. She allegedly felt like he was using her to live a life of luxury and for attention. She also posted on her Instagram a quote that reads, "Her attitude is savage, but her heart is gold." And she captioned it saying, "Single as F, I won't be with another man as long as I live."
Oh, all right, Britney. That's your money.
Yeah.
No,
I agree.
But that's her money.
I mean, I'm kind of happy that she's done with this guy because I never want to judge somebody by a photo, but he never gave me warm and fuzzies.
Really?
No.
I think maybe Britney should be alone. I feel like after Sam Asghari, girl.
Well, she didn't
that was supposed to be a happily ever after.
Yeah, she didn't have any downtime really between Sam Asghari and this guy. And they started dating because he worked at the house. Like he was like a handyman.
So he already know what kind of money is coming in and out of that house. Absolutely.
Exactly. So I just feel like maybe forever or not, I do think for right now, we need to focus on ourselves. Me, myself, and I.
Getting a good therapist, healing, no drinking maybe, dance classes, let's stretch that knee out.
Yes.
You know.
We're not pulling any
Men
muscles.
and Britney.
No.
Spend that money on some low-rise bikinis if that's going to make you happy. And get back to twirling. Twirling like a Beyblade. That's what she does best.
She does also love to twirl in her pajama shorts that are rolled about 3 times, which I love. I love.
She said, "This is my body. I'm going to show it off."
If I could wear low-rise pants, I would. You know? Like, that is literally not even shade. I'm being dead serious. Like, I love it. I just hope that everyone around her is genuinely there for her. I think that's always my biggest concern with Britney because in the same report, allegedly now her brother Brian's moved in. So she wanted him to move in. It allegedly had nothing to do with the breakup, but they've been hanging out. They're getting closer. He was living nearby, and then now he's living at the house. And I hate that when I hear things about Britney's family, my first thought is skepticism instead of like, oh my God, amazing, she's reconnecting with her family.
Mine is the Wendy Williams death to all of them. That's immediately my first thought. Every single time. I just see Wendy in my head. Death to all of them.
God, this is why
because I don't trust none of y'all.
I miss
From
Wendy
Jamie Lynn from the top to the bottom. Girl.
Like
I miss Wendy real bad.
You know what? Next time anyone says we're saying unhinged things, I'm going to be like, I'm sorry, go watch any Wendy Williams episode. If we are so kind compared to, like, she was on national television. You guys think we're crazy over on
Right on in the morning.
That little piece in the internet. Like, she just said death to all of them. That's crazy. Yep. We're thinking it. We just didn't say it. I know
that too.
I know White Chicks is like a not okay movie now, but one of my favorite quotes from that movie is, "You were thinking it. Yeah, but you said it." I'm like, I feel that on so many levels. You were thinking it. Yeah, but you said it. Oh, that movie still gives me the giggles. I can't lie. I'm not even going to lie.
You are silly, Maddison.
Okay, moving on to thank you for adding this to the docket. You did this for me, and I know, and I appreciate it. I see you. This is this is part of my love language. Courtney added Travis Kelce to the docket, and I'm so here for it. So this week we learned, thanks to Netflix's Receiver, which they did a series similar to this called Quarterbacks. Now this is Receivers. So
I didn't know that.
Yes, and I will say, Courtney, whether or not you're a sports person, these series are really interesting because they obviously do interviews and focus on people, but they also mic the players during games. So you can hear how they're communicating and like how they are during games when they're in it, in the moment, and forget that they're mic'd. So it's really cool. But basically, one of these like hot mic moments, Travis Kelce is discussing with George Kittle, who plays for the San Francisco 49ers, about how much the suites cost for the Super Bowl. And Travis Kelce is asking him like, oh, did you guys, go in on a suite? Did you get some players together to get a suite? And George Kittle is like, no, they're just too crazy, like, da-da-da. And Travis Kelce is like, yeah, like $3 million. Now, Travis obviously did pay the $3 million because we know he had to make sure his lady was comfortable watching the game, but also his parents were there, his brother was there, Kylie was there, he let Taylor bring friends, his friends were there. I do think it is crazy that players have to spend $3 million so their friends and family can watch them play. But
why
also,
do they have to pay at all?
I know, they really shouldn't. They really shouldn't. Even in the Kelce, when Jason Kelce had a documentary for Amazon Prime, and that was the year the Eagles were going to the Super Bowl, they were talking about how they were paying like $14,000 or something for their kids to be able to go. Like,
whoa.
And they weren't even in a suite. They weren't in a suite. They couldn't get one. Like, so I don't know why players have to pay for their family members to go see. And it is annoying when you see suites filled with the Kardashians who are like sitting there looking bored as hell, look like they want to be anywhere else. And then it's like these players' families and friends can't go because they can't afford that. Like, that is kind of messed up when you think about it like that.
Yeah, I feel like if anything, like the players' families, close friends, you can sign them off, and they should have first priority before even like celebrities, influencers, what have you.
Yes, I feel like each team should be allotted so many tickets, and then it's like each player can have like for sure 4 tickets, and then from there, if you want to do a suite, so all of your family and friends can sit together, that's obviously your responsibility for sure. But I agree. I think it is just like kind of BS that at that level, and how much money the NFL makes, like let's not pull any punches here, that they can't at least do that one little thing for the best teams in the league. Like, that's crazy.
$3 million, Maddison?
$3 million. But
that's
I mean,
way too much money.
I also think I'm sure he was conflicted because he wanted everyone to be together. Also, now Taylor Swift can't sit in the stands, like, respectfully. That just would not be a thing. No. Which, like, that Kittle's wife was in the stands. And if you watch the clip that is on social media where we hear Travis reveal this, when the 49ers lose, she's mic'd too. And she's like, get me out of here. I don't want to see this shit. Get me out of here. Like, so salty. And then it cuts. Yeah, it cuts to like Taylor and Blake, and they're like, ah! And like Taylor's like, I was like, literally me.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, there was some. I was like, oh, this clip is drama. But like, I understand. Like, if my husband lost, like, I also wouldn't be like, yeah, let me see the other team celebrate. I would also be like salty. But being on the winning team, we were thriving. And it's not lost on me. I saw you're wearing your Kansas City sweatshirt, by the way. Oh, I noticed that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I felt it was appropriate given the story.
Yeah, your taste absolutely jumped out, and I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I love it.
I like how it fits.
Thank you. I love that you've converted. I'm obsessed. Hopefully we get to go to a Super Bowl again and Travis Kelce can spend another $3 million on his lady and his family.
And invite us.
Yes. Travis, remember we were the ones who said, we understand why you had to spend that much. We respect you. We think it's crazy. We think you shouldn't. But also respect that, he did not spare any expense for his friends and family to watch the game together. A man.
Yeah, that's like we hope it's not once in a lifetime, but that is like a once in a lifetime opportunity to go and play the Super Bowl like that.
Yeah. Thankfully for us, it's not once in a lifetime because we're going to go again. So that'll be really cool when that happens. Manifesting.
You were
okay.
silly, Maddison.
I had to. I'm like, I need more Taylor and Travis field moments. Once was not enough.
More inspiration for the songs. That's what I need.
More inspiration for the songs. You heard that mashup in Amsterdam, right? The one for Travis? Listen to this. Listen to this. She mashed up Mary's song, which I know you know from debut, Country Girly. Mary's song, talking about, I'll be 87, you'll be 89.
Yeah.
Then she mixed in So High School. So we knew for sure she was singing about Travis.
I think I tweeted that song this morning.
Yeah. And then Begin Again. And watch it begin again.
That's like a cute, 1, 2, 3.
I mean, tell me you're in love without telling me you're in love.
Oh my God. When are they going to get married, Maddison?
Well, I just saw a report. They are talking about it. This is from Life and Style. They are talking about it. They're not putting a timeline on it, but those close to them are betting 6 months until engagement.
Wow.
Which would be, we're July, August, September, October, November, December, January. When we go to the Super Bowl's in February. So I feel like realistically he wouldn't propose until after
the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Because he doesn't want it. Imagine he proposes before the Super Bowl and something goes awry. It will be, he was distracted.
Oh yeah, they would blame Taylor for that.
Yeah, and he does not want to put his girl through that. So I think realistically, if this happens, which it will, it would be after next year's Super Bowl. I refuse to talk like it won't. Because
what are we going to wear to the wedding?
I don't need that negative talk. I mean, she did say in But Daddy, I Love Him, we're not invited to the wedding, but I think we should absolutely still wear our finest. Yeah, we're going.
Taylor, I'm going to wait outside.
We're going TikTok live from outside.
Taylor's like, y'all suck. I'm going to Panama. Bye. Bye, brokies. Literally flies away.
Getting in my private jet. There was also a funny report that's now going everywhere where they spend so much on one another. They're spending crazy. And this report was trying to make it sound bad. They're like, yeah, Taylor even stocks the private jet for Travis with a specific place in Kansas City, Joe's Barbecue, seafood Alfredo, and Coca-Cola. And I was like, you're right. How dare her? How dare she?
He's so thoughtful and caring to her man.
Literally. Oh, I'm so sorry. Also, Courtney, have you ever heard of another Midwest straight male menu in your life? I was barbecue, shrimp Alfredo, and Coke. I love it.
You know how I feel about a good Coca-Cola girl.
That's what I said. A crispy Coke, a little shrimp Alfredo, and a rib. I mean, he has taste. Good. He has incredible taste. It was just funny to me that it was trying to be painted as negative. And then they're like, Travis spends thousands filling her dressing room with her favorite fresh flowers. I'm like, he's so thoughtful.
He's awful.
Right. He is.
Shame on him.
Literally, how dare you support the flower industry and make sure Taylor is happy? What a shit boyfriend.
People always they're trying to find a negative angle to anything.
It drives me insane. And yet
let them live their life.
Exactly. He spent $3 million to make sure she could watch the game comfortably. And what?
That's that different tax bracket kind of life.
I know.
The people that don't get it go and complain and write negative stories about it.
Exactly. And we're like, we can't wait. We can't wait till we're in that tax bracket. And we can do things like that. Yeah. See, that's...
I want shrimp Alfredo and I want a rib too.
Oh, absolutely. When we're on the PJ... Sub Coke for Diet Coke and champs. That'll be us with our ribs and our shrimp Alfredo. I can't wait. I literally can't wait. Okay, Courtney, last thing that I want to get into, and I cannot wait to hear your thoughts about this. Let's talk about Kim and Khloe, the Kardashians.
Okay. Oh, Lordy.
So, according to a new report from Vintage Weekly this week, Kim and Khloe are starting to get fed up with Mama Kris for making them amp up their feud for the cameras, okay? This insider said, quote, Kim and Khloe do have some tensions, the way most sisters do, but the way Kris is amping it up and making it this season's big plot line is getting on both their nerves. The source went on to share that it's not just what Kim and Khloe do on the show, but they also have to keep up the facade in public so people believe it. Apparently, they find this part of the job the most annoying, especially because their kids are so close. So this insider said it's awkward to have to play into this feud storyline. According to this report, Courtney was the one last season who had to be the oddball out, but at least that was more authentic because her and Kim did genuinely have issues. But because it generated buzz and interest for the show, now Mama Kris is like, well, the way we keep the ratings high, we need a sister feud. And this year, Kim and Khloe are the ones. Kim and Khloe. And the source said Kim and Khloe think it's not cool to amplify their tensions for ratings. And Kim in particular is not happy because once again, she's made to look like a jerk. This insider said that Kim goes along with it, but it's with a heavy heart, whereas Khloe just wants to live her life in peace away from the drama. Are we starting to see the decline of the Kardashians if they are having to reach this hard for storylines?
I mean, I don't watch like every single episode, but I peek in at the Kardashians here and there, and I did watch like the episode where like Kim was like laying on the bed and telling Khloe, you know, she needs to get out the house or whatever. Yeah. And it didn't feel real. Like Kim was like even like laughing at some points. Like, I don't know. It didn't feel like how it felt like when we were watching Keeping Up. Mm-hmm. And so like, I'm not surprised to hear that, you know, it's annoying for them to have to play into something that's not exactly so real all the time.
Right.
You know? I
agree. I also do think Kim is looking awful this season. Yeah. Like, she really is not. I haven't watched a full episode in its entirety, but I've seen a lot of clips pop up. And the way she talks to Khloe, also I think the way they criticize Khloe for wanting to be a present mother is like insane. They're like mad she FaceTimes the kids goodnight and they feel like that's too far. Kim was mad she wanted to leave a dinner with friends to go tuck the kids in. And I'm like,
that's what I was watching.
I just feel like Kim making those criticisms makes her look like she's the mom who's like, I don't care. I'm a single mom. I'm tired. I've done my bit. And now's me time, which is fine to each their own. But also Kim's kids are still kind of young too. It's not like if Kim had 13, 14, 15-year-olds and they're being driven around and they're doing whatever they want to do, okay. But also her sitting and complaining to Kris that on her birthday, her small children didn't do anything for her and wanted to go to a coloring class or watch YouTube videos or play video games. I'm like, yeah, your oldest child's 11.
Yeah, like what do you want them to, like how do you expect them to behave?
Yeah, so I just feel like Kim, and you know Kim is online. Kim is chronically online.
Yeah.
She's seeing the criticisms, which is why I think now we're getting a report like this of, oof, maybe leaning into the feud is not faring well for me. And that's why now we have a problem.
And I mean, when it comes to the Kardashians, like their perception and their image is like everything because that's how they make money. So like I'm sure once it starts to affect business in some way, shape, or form, Kim is going to be like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Which, to your point, there was actually this really interesting report from The Sun this week that I saw. You know, I live for a little Instagram dissection. And they were looking at all of the Kardashians' business accounts and putting them through, like, engagement rate calculators. And the engagement rates on their accounts are so low compared to, like, their followers that they were obviously posing the question, like, are a lot of these bots? Are a lot of these fake accounts? And ironically, you want to know which account had the best authentic engagement rate?
Kylie.
No. Kourtney Kardashian's Lemmy.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What is that?
Well, it was looking at their businesses, not necessarily
their businesses.
Their businesses, which I just thought that was like the tea
not
right there.
Poosh overall?
No, well, but I mean, Lemmy is having a moment on TikTok. The Lemmy Sleeps.
What is that?
It's her supplement brand. She has like a supplement brand, and Courtney, I will say,
I made a. Did I make a reel about that last year?
I don't know, but I've bought 2. I'm on my second bottle of Lemmy Sleeps.
Really?
And I like rarely buy into Kardashian products except Good American. And I have purchased stuff from Skims before for research purposes and doing videos. But yeah.
Community, I have a special announcement for Maddison Hill. Everyone, this is for you too. Maddison, get ready. I got your next job. I just opened up my phone because I know I talked about them damn gummies. Squid Game The Challenge, now casting for season 2. Maddison Hill, do you have what it takes to beat the competition and walk away with $4.56 million? Well, you need to head on over to squidgamecasting.com. All applicants must be 21 years old.
I would
go and bring the money home.
I would not do Squid Games.
Maddison, go and bring that goddamn money home.
Mm-hmm. No.
It's $4 million.
Courtney, we know people on the inside, and I'm just saying we have too big of personalities, and I don't want us to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it, and I've been asked just based off of knowing what that camera time situation is going to be like. And at this point, I've paid my dues, so I'm gonna need my camera time and a guaranteed check.
Well, I haven't paid my dues on reality television, but I need something that is a little bit more, babes. Just a little bit more. Yes.
I feel that. You need to go on the Anonymous.
I love how I have not watched one episode of Love Island, but I've adopted the lingo because I've seen so much on social media. Have not.
Can
watched
I grab you for a chat?
Oh, I love that. That's also giving Real Housewives. Can I talk to you for a second? And you're like, oh,
very that.
If you need a private chat, it's like
a little one-on-one situation.
A little one-on-one. We're about to either cry or rip each other's hair out. One or the two.
And on Love Island is crying.
Okay, I have seen that everyone's so emotional, which I think.
This last episode I just watched, sobbing.
Well, we're young.
Begging people to not self-eliminate. Like, girl, y'all are in Fiji. Like, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You do not love this person after a week. Relax.
No.
How could you? How could you? Like, makeup, run, Maddison. Girl, get them first 13 episodes in. Get them first 13 episodes in.
Okay. I will. Okay, Courtney, that brings us to our final segment. And
put it in the teapot.
Yes, you guys, if you want to submit something to put in the teapot, don't forget to email us at toasttoteapot@gmail.com, or you can comment below on this YouTube video, or you can DM us on Instagram or TikTok. Please send us your submissions. We love hearing from the community. It is so much fun. And remember, it can be anything personal or celebrity related. So, I love
Duality.
Duality.
Hi, everyone. For this week's Put It in the Teapot, I want to put in playing small to make others feel comfortable. I think that speaking for myself personally, I've had interpersonal relationships where I have felt like if I were to myself, the person would become uncomfortable or feel as though I am doing something to them by being myself. And I really took a moment this year to check myself and say, you know what, why would I not be my most authentic self? Because when you are, that's when you attract what's really for you. And I mean, that's your opportunities, your people, like all of your positive memories that comes from you being your 100% true authentic self. So I want to remind all of us that may have big personalities or are loud or described as obnoxious or what have you to keep being those things. Don't shut up. Because you never know like where being yourself is going to lead you. And just know that it's going to be somewhere good at least.
I love that. I also think that's why it's important to spend time with people who fill your cup. You know how people say that? Like,
yes, ma'am.
Because the people who, we all have someone in our lives who you leave the interaction and you're like, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm tired. That was crazy.
They drained me.
I feel like I need something, like, I need to go decompress. And you're right. I feel like those same people that you leave those conversations, they're probably making you dull your sparkle. Oh my God, can I speak? Dull your sparkle.
Dull your sparkle.
Because they, they think you're too much. But we are never too much.
They have their own insecurities.
Exactly. And I agree. Hang out with people who you can be you and they don't bring you down. Okay, the thing I want to put in the teapot is the fear of just freaking doing it. And I'm saying that because this week I started doing TikTok lives, and this is something that Courtney has been telling me that I should be doing. He's been encouraging me to do it, and I was so nervous. He knows this because I was like, TikTok's scary, Courtney. I don't even know how to go live. Like, I'm so spooked. And this week I just got a wild hair at my butt, and I finally did it, and it was fun, and it wasn't scary, and it was actually totally okay. And I literally told Courtney, I said, file this again under things that you were right about. And I just feel like I get so in my head about things. I get so scared to do something new. I sometimes get nervous of like flopping, or is this really the direction I should be going? But I feel like 9 times out of 10, you just need to freaking do it. What is the worst that happens? Nobody tunes in. Somebody says no. They don't want to hang out. Like, just don't let any fear hold you back. It's not worth it. Just do it, and I bet it'll turn out just fine.
Just do it, girl.
Just do it, like Nike.
And I think we should, like in general, as people, you shouldn't be afraid of, like, being seen trying. Like,
I think that's
I think a lot
another
of
thing.
people are afraid to be seen trying. Like,
Yes.
it's never going to start out at 100%.
Right. I feel like people are always like, oh, I don't want to be cringy. And like, I think that even sometimes. Then I stop myself and I'm like, Maddison, like, stop. No one, and even
Cringy pay the bills.
And cringy pays the bills, and even people who think you're cringy aren't your people, and then that's okay. We don't want those people in our life anyway, you know? And if people are talking about you, who cares? Yep.
Girl, you know, people that are talking about you are doing the opposite of what? They're doing the opposite of working.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, this felt like a therapy session at the end, and I feel so much better. I feel incredible. Wow. This must be what people feel like when they go to therapy. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Go to therapy, y'all.
You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us for another week. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on. And also, if you could share and let people know about Toasted Tea Pod. Also, you guys, make sure you are subscribing wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're listening on Spotify, make sure to participate in that Spotify poll. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at Toasted Tea Pod. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at I am Maddison Hill, and on Snapchat at Maddison Hill 93.
You can follow me at Courtney Revolution on Instagram and at Court Revolution on Snapchat and Twitter and TikTok. And also, we'll be able to do some sort of live moment for you guys when we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So I think we're only about like 93 away.
Oh,
So
amazing.
like Maddison said, feel free to share the YouTube stuff as well so that we can do those things for you guys.
Yes, please, please make people subscribe, and then you guys will get a live, and that'll be so fun. So fun.
I know.
All right, you guys, we love you, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.